The air is the wind. The red kite flies overhead. I am buoyed above.
Tell us a bit about it. What made you think of that?
Because the red kites come flying over from Tadcaster if it's really windy, and they circle around our house. And so you get the feeling of air and freedom, but they didn't mean to be there, as it were, because they got blown. And they're so marvelous to see them, and you get so happy that it buoys you up into the air yourself.
Read, just say your haiku again.
Okay, if I can find it. Where's it gone? The air is the wind. The red kite flies overhead. I am buoyed above.
Yeah. Clouds scurry above. Seagulls swirl on leafy winds. An English summer. So Pauline Kirk, the idea came really from sort of the freshness of air that you get at the seaside. The sense that you're breathing in and you're breathing something that's almost tangible, touchable, like wine. Or as you walk along the seafront, you can feel it on your face. You can't see it, but it's there. It's almost a wall you've got to walk into. Air is different qualities according to where you are. City air is very different to seaside air, or where I now live in the country air. So you got me thinking, and yeah, I'll come back to that. Thanks.
Say it again.
Clouds scurry above. Seagulls swirl on leafy winds. An English summer.
The air, belief that it's clean, sheets billowing themselves dry, birds' flight, and my next breath.
It's not rubbish.
Where did that come from, Sarah?
Well, it came from, because when we first started to discuss this workshop, we was kind of looking at the environment and the state of the planet. So I wanted to go along the line of how we can't do without air. We can't like choose to not have it, but at the same time, we don't know what we're breathing in. Our sheets are there and we've laundered them and we think they're clean and they're blowing on the line and it's lovely, but they could be, you know, we can't see all the nasties. But at the same time, it's the bird's thrust. It's what keeps them up in the air.
Did you say you had a second one?
No, I said that it took about 15 attempts to get the third line.
Let me just stop this.
On an ancient rock, gasping harsh, polluted air, hurtling through space.
Where did it come from? And speak a little bit louder.
All right. I was just thinking from the point of view maybe of some sort of alien that was seeing what was going on here, you know. I'm just saying, on an ancient rock, gasping harsh, polluted air, hurtling through space. That was maybe their view of humanity, perhaps.
Hurtling through space.
I was kind of picturing that like it was a bit of meteorite.
Yeah.
And it had hurtled
Well,
through space.
The rock, yeah, the rock.
Coming through all our filthy air.
Oh no, the rock was the actual planet that we're on.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, I could see what you mean. Yeah, it could be interpreted as that as well. Yeah.
But I did picture it, and I always think a good poem makes you start picturing things.
Yeah. Yeah.
Right. Let me just think. What I wrote now this second was, because the sun was blazing in through the window, sunlight warms the heart. Out into the chill breezes, flushed and happy.
Oh, that's nice and spring.
That's lovely, yeah.
Yeah.
And what I wrote politically a little while ago, so I'll just say this while I'm at it. Few birds twitter in the hedgerow, swamped by an avalanche of tweets from human logorrhea. Few birds twitter in the hedgerow, swamped by an avalanche of tweets from human logorrhea. So that's all I have to say about that.
Rain in soft droplets drips gently from my eyebrows. No sunshine today. That was with the umbrella, that thing. I just thought, you know, when you're trying to keep your eyes from getting wet, but they still somehow manage to get wet.
Yeah. And say it again.
All right. Rain in soft droplets drips gently from my eyebrows. No sunshine today.
Oh, dear.
There's two things about water that were said to me that have never really left my mind. And one is that we are drinking the same water that our ancestors did, which really kind of connects me to the past, because we're drinking the same water as our great, 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 great grandparents. And also that at any given time, there is the exact same amount of water on the planet. Might not be necessarily where we want it to be, but the actual amount of water does not change, which I just think is fascinating. Anyway, so the first one is about kind of how we might want to do better for the environment, but because we're all sort of bogged down and tired, we don't bother. So I've got tired bones and dry hearts conceal our gifts to the earth, yet still she keeps on giving. And the other one was, we quench our dry throat, drink our ancestors' water, parched earth hides its fruit.
Goodness.
Very good.
Say the first one again, Sarah.
Tired bones and dry hearts conceal our gifts to the earth, yet still she keeps on giving.
I don't think you need to condense them at all. I think they stand very well on their own. You don't need to condense
well,
them.
I wanted us quenching our thirst to be within the same haiku as the parched earth hides its fruit line. I want the thirst and the parched in the same poem, and I couldn't do it, so I ended up doing two separate ones.
Water. Water. Ice on frosted trees, tides battering shores, my glassful of life. And I chose to try the 5-3-5 one, the very much shorter one. And I cheated by putting water as a title.
And where did all this come from, Pauline?
I tried again lots of different ideas very, very quickly within the 10 minutes. I wanted to get over the diversity of water. If I'd had a longer poem, I would have had water in all its many forms, from icicles right through to steam. Water is the one thing in life that takes the most variant forms, whether it's our blood or the seas or water in a fish. It's water. It's in most things in some form or other, but the things can be so different you wouldn't think that they are with the same constituent. So I couldn't get all that in a short poem, so I got a sort of sample of each.
Say it again.
Water. Ice on frosted trees, tides battering shores, my glassful of life.
Deer run through the mist, swimming across the river, the water heals us. Now, do you want me to describe how it came?
Yeah.
In Bishopthorpe, we have 7 deer in the fields, in the river fields. Someone posted a picture, but someone posted, well, that was a picture, but they said there were 7 deer in the river fields. Someone went down and shot 4 of them. And that is total sadness. But they can swim across the river, where it's amazing. They can swim from one bank to the other. If they swim across, they're safe. And also, I love swimming in our river, and it's healing. It heals the deer. It heals us. Would you like me to read it again?
Yes.
I just wrote it down really quickly. Oh, I've lost it. Deer run through the mist, swimming across the river. The water heals us.
Okay, so I was listening to Schindler's List and the sadness of the whole Jewish escape. And so that's what I was listening to. And what came out of that was eyes well with pain, heart contracts, clutches for control. Hold me tight. So I don't know how they can talk about not having emotion in haiku, because, you know, eyes well with pain, heart contracts, clutches for control, hold me tight. Dear.
Fire takes all. Slowly but fiercely it rages. Not one soul is lost. So can anybody guess what that might be?
Was it that hospital? It's
No.
something to do with something fiery going on and people escaping.
Yeah. Something something that's been recently in the news. for a good few months.
Forest fires? No.
Now
No, go on, Paula, tell us.
it's the volcano in La Palma.
Oh, and
Creeping fire takes all. Slowly but fiercely it rages. Not one soul is lost.
oh, that's it. It's coming down the mountainside, isn't it?
Nobody died because everybody had time to get away, you know, and I think they even managed to rescue all the animals because there were some dogs trapped. They couldn't get away from the lava that had blocked them in, and I think they sent some drones to rescue the dogs.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm getting back to that. Sorry, I'm getting back to that connection between the planet and us, and having just read Burning Women by Lucy Pierce, I can't sort of seem to escape that connection. And she talks a lot about how, you know, the wise alternative women were burnt at the stake, and the rise of the feminine power, which has never been needed more than now, I don't think. Anyway, nature's fury has nothing on my own inner fire of resentment. They burned, as the wise witches burned, now the earth burns too, raging so bright even men see.
I've got two, but I've just written one related to the photographs. The golden eagle flies to outwit the ravens. We do not hate you. And I wrote that because I saw that golden eagle you've got on the side, which is kind of like the Russians, and the Norwegians always have ravens. You know, one of their gods has a couple of ravens, I've forgotten the names, that fly around. So they're the European ones. But also I'm linking it with Wilfred Owen's poem, how he doesn't hate the people that he kills. And we don't hate the Russians, and we love the Russian music. You know, there's reference to that just now. And we do not hate the Russians. We just hate what's happening. We hate the golden eagle, and we hope that we can outwit it. Hope the ravens can outwit the eagle. So if I read it again, the golden eagle flies to outwit the ravens. We do not hate you. And then I wrote another one about sanctuary. You know, we're the city of sanctuary, but where are all the people? We are quite happy to take in a refugee in our funny little house where we share a bathroom. But let's see, where are they? We have lost our way. Where is the sanctuary York cannot offer? So I think I explained that just earlier on, just now.
Mm-hmm.
We have lost our way. Where is the sanctuary York cannot offer?
Red war flames flare. A woman's love glows through pain. Anger warms dead souls.
Tell us about it.
Because we were talking earlier about anger and war and so on, this time rather than picking on images of nature, I was trying to get the natural related to human, and of course red color, anger traditionally, and so particularly a woman's love, what some of the women are going through with protecting their children and so on. I want to make, in a sense, a tribute to that.
Say it again.
Red war flames flare. A woman's love glows through pain. Anger warms dead souls. And that's a bit of a hope for us, actually, that some of the dead souls in Britain might start waking up a bit.
Yeah.
I found this one harder than the others because I wanted to say too much for a haiku. I've tried to pare it right down, but would probably work on it still. Okay, here we are. Moist and cool, dust or mud. Earth teems with life we do not see, yet supports us all. And I'm fascinated by the fact that they say there are millions of life forms in just one trowelful of soil, and most of them are absolutely microscopic. But without them, soil would not be what it is and would not support our food. And we ignore soil at our peril, and we allow it to be overused, and we don't put proper organic fertilizer, we've just put chemicals, etc. We just ignore Earth, and yet without it, we don't live.
Used, but not valued. Soil is the ingredient that gives life to all.
Earth will go on, and we will pass into her and return fire, wind, water. When I'm in York, I visit the tree where I scattered my dad's ashes, and also the grave where my maternal grandparents and my mother are buried. And then I always think about the poem, "Do not stand at my grave and weep," you know, because you're not dead. You've passed into the earth, into the wind, into water, and into fire. And that's what I believe. I don't believe that we die, we just become something else. Seen a picture of an expanse of caked earth, but there's a beautiful yellow flower blossoming in the caked earth. So then I wrote this: save one flower, save a field. In the caked earth, the life, preciousness still.
Earth becomes infertile, in one place bone dry, elsewhere saturated. Sun-baked till she cracks, gives up yielding food to feed the drowning masses. Lush leaves hide jewels, purple beet, ruby radish, and golden carrots.
The distant stars, discovering untold worlds, none of them better. So the explanation for that was just not about the earth as in the soil, but as in a universal.
Haiku inspired by the Ukraine situation. Fire. Lies drive them onwards. Mad men attack while NATO creeps. War sings in the blood. Water. Black despair crumbles hope. Blind lead the blind to hell. Weep, my sisters, weep. Earth. Time after time, war leaves its imprint on the earth. Yet flowers bloom in spring. air. I love and have loved. Bridge the gap and take my hand. I hope to love again.